Going to give you each a minute to open. Tell us why you want to be mayor, why you're running. And then we're going to go through and just ask questions. We're going to give quick, about a minute responses. We're not going to be, we're not going to throw the whip or anything.
And the candidates, whoever goes first, will rotate around.
We're going to rotate that around. We Robert and I were real careful about these questions are from Robert and I. We did have listeners who submitted some questions that we may or may not use, but I told him we took no candidates from no questions from other candidates or anybody like that. For the most part, these are ours. So I'll be quite blunt with you. We're going to start first with Mr. Talaferro. He's at seat number 1 with your opening remarks.
Yeah. Good morning. Thanks, Robert. And thanks, Erin. If you keep doing what you've always done, we're going to keep getting what we've always got. And if we keep doing that, then where will we end in 5, 10, or 15 years? When I go downtown and I look at the skyline, I see that's a skyline of a beautiful city, a great city. Do we have some issues? Yes, we do. Can we solve those issues? Yes, we can. Will it be work? You bet it will. Will it be worth it? Absolutely. I'm Jim Talaferro. I'm your candidate for mayor. And when my 16-year-old came up to me and says, Dad, why is everybody down on Shreveport? I says, tell me what you need, baby. She says, well, all my friends they're just down on Shreveport. They just say there's nothing to do. The litter's bad. The roads are bad. And I says, there's probably mimicking what they're hearing from their parents. As a former law enforcement officer and military-minded guy, this is the reason I'm running for mayor. It's time to do something about the future of our city. More importantly, the future of the city for our children and our grandchildren. We want to leave them a legacy. Right now, I believe our legacy is not in good hands. But that's the reason I'm running for mayor. And I'm Jim Talaferro, your candidate for mayor.
Next up, I believe, is Mr. Adrian Perkins. Welcome. Thank you. Your opening remarks.
Thank you, Rob. Welcome. Good morning. I'm Adrian Perkins. As you already stated, West Point graduate, served in the military for 8 years, serving in Iraq and Afghanistan, culminating with company command in Afghanistan, managing a multi-million-dollar budget, then going to Harvard Law School. My vision for the city is simple. Is to decrease crime and increase job opportunities. I've proposed the way we do that on the economic front is by having a more robust and modern infrastructure, high-speed internet throughout the city, also pursuing an international airport, and making long-term investments so that we can actually fix more roads in the future. Also on the crime front, I've been very, very clear since the beginning, since I announced in April, that we got to start at the top. We need a new police chief that's full-time. And we also need to have a greater police presence in our neighborhoods. I don't care if the police officers are walking, riding a horse, or on a pogo stick. We need to have more police presence in our neighborhoods. And if we do that, then we will have a more prosperous city. We will have a safer city. And if you want that, then you'll vote Adrian Perkins, number 60 on your mayoral ballot, for leadership for our future.
Next up, I believe, Mr. Jackson, Cattle Commissioner.
Good morning, Robert and Erin, and thank you for having us on. Good morning, KEEL listeners. I'm Stephen Jackson. I'm running for mayor because I understand that Shreveport is the capital of the Arklatex. Our infrastructure to our assets here with the port, the medical school, and our colleges and universities, we have to make Shreveport a city of opportunity. We have to address crime. That is an issue. I have been saying for the last 3 years, it doesn't matter what the numbers say. The numbers can say crime is 40% down, but if you have been victimized or you have been the victim of a crime, crime is 100% up to you. And so we have to be serious about owning the problem, and we have to come up with holistic solutions with fixing it. We have to be serious about economic development, incremental economic development. Superman is not coming. We have businesses here who have to be cultivated and invested in. We have to help them scale and stay. We also have to invest in our neighborhoods, keeping them clean, keeping them strengthened through home ownership, and making sure we enforce property standards. I have experience. I'm a candidate who can actually say that I have taken a pay cut myself. I voted to repeal the automatic pay raises that commissioners were given. I voted and led the charge to repeal CEPRs. I voted and reduced the excessive travels that commissioners was taking. So I'm a man of my word. I came in, I made a promise, and I kept those promises, and I believe I will be glad to implement change in City Hall. Thank you.
Coming up next, Mr. Leo Savage.
Robert, Erin, Matt, thank you. I appreciate it, and all the listeners. Enjoyable group of people here. My name is Leo Savage. I'm running for mayor simply because I was sitting back, just like everybody out there, every listener out there. I was sick of the crime, the litter, our infrastructure, everything's crumbling around us, and it has been for years. We have to look at 2014 numbers on homicides were 20. In 2017, there were 56. So we have to look at that. We have to look at what's going on. We have to look at everything that we know we can do. The first thing I want to do is certainly get a new police chief, somebody that has passion, somebody that cares about our city as much as I do. I want to make sure they get mad. I want them to get upset. I don't want anybody to get up on stage when something good's happened. I want them to get up on stage when everything happens. But my name is Leo Savage. Again, vote for me November 6th.
And final opening remark, Mayor Ollie Tyler.
Thank you so much, and I want to thank you all for having me here this morning, and I want to applaud the other candidates who have offered themselves for service. I'm running for re-election because I, too, have concerns about our city. Not only have I had concerns, I have proven results. I'm not a politician. I am an elected official. This is my first elected position, but I have a track record of getting things done, not of talking the talk, but walking the walk. And I have those results from my previous life as a leader and as a CEO. And I'm here because I love Shreveport. And of course, a lot of these young people have come through the school system where I served not only as a teacher, but as principal, as superintendent, and then I was recruited to come to the state level because we were there making a difference. We put in place a comprehensive plan. We've been able to implement that plan. Look around you. We're getting things done.